Hello and welcome to the channel. So let's start with the RPSC first grade commerce MCQs questions. And the first question is that which of the following is not a part of marketing mix? So marketing mix के अंदर कौन कौन से parts नहीं होते हैं? There is product, there is price, there is no production. Production कुछ नहीं होता है. Production has no relation, and these are the PYQs. Promotion, yes. Then write down in the comment section that which is the rest part of the marketing mix which is not included in the options. Do write in the comment section. It will upgrade your knowledge, right? So the next question is that who is considered the father of scientific management. So father of scientific management किसे consider किया जाता है? Henry Fayol, F.W. Taylor, Alton Mayo and Max Weber. So the correct answer is F.W. Taylor. See, these are the cramming part. There is nothing to explain here. So that's why I am moving fast. Now the term equity, so what do you mean by equity? Equity means the capital. So if you know that when we prepare balance sheet, here we write liabilities and here we write assets. So when we write the assets, so in the liabilities column, there is written capital, there is written fixed liabilities and there is written current liabilities, right? So when we subtract the assets or when we subtract the liabilities from the asset side, we get the equity or the capital employed. Now write down in the comment section that whether we subtract only the current liabilities or both the fixed liabilities and current liabilities or only fixed liabilities. So do write in the comment section. Well, equity means the capital employed, so do mention that whether fixed liabilities are also subtracted or not. Now question number 4. Question number 4 is that which financial statement provides information about a company's cash flows. So आप सबने क्लास 12th के अंदर एक पूरी बुक पढ़ी होगी एनालिसिस ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, जिसके अंदर हम पढ़ते हैं कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट. एंड कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट के अंदर ही हम पढ़ते हैं कि कंपनी के पास कहाँ से कैश आ रहा है और कहाँ पर कैश जा रहा है. देयर आर 3 स्टेटमेंट्स, दैट इज कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग, कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टिंग एंड कैश फ्लो फ्रॉम फाइनेंसिंग. एंड इसका जो फुल स्टेटमेंट होता है उसको हम कहते हैं कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट, दैट इज अ स्टेटमेंट ऑफ कैश flows. So here we have the option balance sheet. Balance sheet doesn't provide information about the cash flows. It provides information about liabilities and assets. Profit and loss account provides information about the gross profit, net profit, gross loss and net loss. Statement of cash flows, yes, it provides the information about the company's cash flows. Let's move to next question. Now next question is that in a perfectly competitive market, so we have the economics question, that firms are considered, so in perfect competition firms are basically the price takers, right? Firms are price takers, and why they are price takers? Because they have no role in deciding the price. Because अगर कोई एक भी सिंगल फर्म प्राइस चेंज करने की कोशिश करती है तो उसको बाहर जाना पड़ता है. they are just the price takers, and the group of firms, or basically it is the perfectly competitive market which decides that what would be the price, and everybody have to sell their products at that price only. Because if they charge more, then no one is going to buy from them, and if they are going to charge less, then obviously they will suffer the unnecessary losses, right? So firms are price takers, they are not the price makers. And monopoly is where the single-handedly everything is covered. Oligopoly is few sellers. So obviously these are the types of market, so firms are considered as price takers. Next question is that which of the following concepts is based on the principle of double entry systems. We have studied in accountancy that in double entry system there are two concepts, that is debit and credit. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. And third rule is debit the receiver and credit the giver. Basically on debit side we write down the payment sides or the outflows, and on credit side we record the basically the incomes and inflows, right? For example, or if your assets increase, then also it is recorded on the debit side. So they are basically the three general rules of accounting. I'm being fast because I have to cover the 25 questions. If you are writing, if you are finding it fast, then please आप थोड़ा सा स्पीड को कम कर लीजिए. फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट का मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होता है, प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होता है, वेदर इट इज़ प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन, वेल्थ मैक्सिमाइजेशन, सेल्स मैक्सिमाइजेशन और कॉस्ट मैक्सिमाइजेशन. सो मेन प्रॉफिट होता है फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट का वेल्थ को मैक्सिमाइज करना, not profit maximize karna. Main aim is to maximize the wealth. All right, so let's, these are the basically, there's very less to explain here. Now question number 8. Okay, so we skipped question number 8. So question number 8, that which ratio measures the liquidity position of a company. So there are different type of ratios. For example, debt equity ratio measures the debts to equity, basically the capital employed. It is the quick ratio, which formula is quick assets upon current liabilities. And what are quick assets? Which are easily convertible into cash. So they measures the liquidity position. So the correct answer is quick ratio. Return on equity measures that how much the entrepreneur is going to get the returns on the capital employed. Inventory turnover ratio measures that in how much time the inventory is going to be converted into cash. So liquidity position is measured through quick ratio. And quick assets upon current liabilities. And what are quick assets? Current assets में से हम कुछ चीज़ें माइनस करते हैं, then we get the quick assets. Write down in the comment section that what are subtracted from the current assets to get the quick assets. If you will be feel interacted, or if you will write down in the comment section, then you will feel interacted. Okay, so write down in the comment section. Now question number 9, that in capital budgeting, which method does not consider the time value of money? See, in net present value we consider the time value. In payback period we does not consider the time value of money, right? Internal rate of return, yes, it is considered. And in discounted cash flow also we considered. So this all has been covered in the financial management topics. So let's move to next question, that the formula for calculating break even point. So how the question, the formula for calculating break even point in units is fixed cost upon selling price per unit, total revenue by total cost, fixed cost by selling price, variable cost by fixed cost. So the correct answer is option number A. Thank you.